It's probably swtorPaladin here, doing my video log thingy for the 20th of January. Still haven't heard from LucasArts yet. Emailed them a couple times. They don't seem to want to tell me if they even exist, let alone if they're gonna be okay with recording videos. Seems like a pretty simple question. I don't know what the problem is. Everybody's doing it, so whatever. The other thing, I can't believe, or I guess I can, I don't know, how many people flip out over saying that, like, people can do whatever they want in PvP, and then they just micromanage the argument and boil and bend it and tweak it their way until they think that they somehow won or whatever. Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line with PvP. From now on, I'm going to be just muting anybody that brings this up, because I'm freaking... It's been brought up by about 8 people since I started the channel. Apparently, it's just way, way too difficult of a concept for people to understand. If you and your buddy are walking around with maxed out tier 2, stomping the hell out of everybody anywhere besides the node that you're guarding on purpose, you're just being a pair of pub stomping bastards, just plain and simple. You don't need to do that. If you're just overgeared as hell, just doing anything other than guarding a node or taking a node just makes you a bastard. It's go figure out how to play ranked. If you want to play at your level, if you want to compete at your level and go do stuff like that, go actually play at your level. Yeah, so I don't know why that's so complicated for people. To understand, I think a lot of people understand it, and I think there's people out there that just take whatever I say and just argue about it, whatever it is. So I'm not even going to entertain that anymore when people say, oh, they weren't doing that, so you don't have the right to say what you said because they didn't do that, so you don't have the right to say that. You know, you can't tell me what I can and can't think. You can't tell me what I can and can't feel. And when I get killed over and 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 over, when I can't even get to a node, and then when I get even remotely anywhere freaking near the node, they chase me all the way back to the spawn point. And then I get, oh, well, you shouldn't have ran. Oh, you should play better. Oh, you should be geared better. You know, by your idiotic logic and mentality, once the first people are geared, nobody else would ever be allowed to play. Per your just ridiculous mentality. It's like you're just have to lose every single game, or just not play. They say things like, well, do you just want them to lose every game? Should they just let you win every game? No, but you can play with tact. You can play with respect for the game. You can play with respect for your opponents, and you can play with respect for yourselves. You should not be shitting all over the very community that you want to exist, or else you can't play. That doesn't make sense. It's like if you want to have friends and you all go out to dinner and then you eat everybody's food and then you wonder why the hell they don't want to be there anymore. Well, you should have defended your food better, or you think they didn't eat their food fast enough, so you eat all their food. It's that kind of stuff. And the sad thing is, like, that there are people that actually believe that. They're like, what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine, that mentality. And then when they don't have what they want, they take everyone else's crap. When they never stock up or save or anything because they think if they ever get in trouble, they're going to get bailed out. And when they see you buying stuff at the store, they go, well, I know whose house I'm coming to. When it's the end of the world, no, you're not. You know, there's people out there that plan and prepare and that live sustainable, healthy lifestyles. And it's funny because I can pretty much say anything I believe about anything, and I will get attacked by the same people. The same people will attack you no matter what you say. It just happens to be that the most popular thing I say that people hate is when I bring up getting pub stomped by Infamous. I don't care if it's 2 people or 4 or 8. It's pub stomping in my opinion. I don't give a shit. I even said, I'm like, there's 2 of them. I say that through the whole video. There's 2. There's 2 guys and they're pub stomping. It can be like 2 or it can be 100. Why does it matter? Like, you like micro argue every single tiny point. It doesn't make you right. No. Here's the thing. Like, it's so funny. I would love to know. Here's the thing. All these people that argue with me, I would love to know what their job is. I would love to know their education. I would just crack up so much to just hear to hear all these trolls that tell me that I can't think this and I can't. You can't think that. That's not technically true. That didn't exactly happen that way. Therefore, what you think and feel is invalid. What do you do for a living? What entitlement have you imagined yourself having that gives you the right, that gives you the authority to say, think, and feel the things that you do that make the way that you say, think, and feel anything better and more important and more valid than me? Because I don't see any videos. I don't see your gameplay videos. I don't see or hear your commentary. All the people criticizing me don't have channels of their own. I've never seen any of them PvPing. Oh, with the exception of one. All the rest of you. That's why I think, for all I know, they could all just be the same person logging on to more and more and more and more and more accounts. And I didn't want to go into the whole thing where it's like, well, if you disagree with me, I'm going to start banning you from the channel. But I'm half tempted to. And here's why. Because out of all of the viewers I have, there's only a tiny bit of you that are sitting there disagreeing with me. The rest of you just keep watching my videos. So it's the vocal minority. It's all of you. How dare you have an opinion that disagrees with mine? How dare you? And I know where you're all coming from. You're all coming from the damn PvP forum in, on TOR's board, and you're coming out of the woodwork from everywhere else that think that your elitist bullshit matters to anybody else other than you. And if you complain, well, there is no ranked. Do you know why there's no ranked? It's because of you. Except there is ranked, and that's where the rest of you are. Okay? Because those who can't do, criticize. Except here's the ironic thing. I don't see you in unranked, and you swear up and down that there's no ranked. So what the hell do you do all day? Can you even play either one? When you criticize me playing PvP, but I've never seen you in game. You criticize me playing PvP, but I don't see your PvP videos. It's just... You just sit there criticizing me all day, and there is absolutely no evidence on the planet, number one, that you even have any comprehension skills, since you can't even get the facts straight from the video that you just watched. Which is pathetic. I mean, you should be learning that stuff in preschool, kindergarten, you know? You watch the teacher say something and you just repeat it back to them. It's fairly simple. But if you're such Billy Badass, amazing frickin' PvPers, why aren't you in game playing on your... Yeah, I know where you can go. Even my cat agrees with me. Why aren't you in game being this supposed badass that you are, that gives you the authority to, number one, tell me how to play, number two, tell me how to think? What are your credentials? That's what I want to know. I want to know your education, your history, something that gives you the authority over me to tell me what to think and feel about this damn game and about the way people act. I can talk about bullying all I want. I can talk about griefing all I want and people that are playing like total bastards. And there's nothing you can do about it. And you know why? Because I'm right and you're wrong, and you're defending something that is morally stupid and screwed up, and you're destroying your own community by the douchebaggery. And then on top of all that, you complain that why are people leaving TOR? Why does TOR have such low numbers? Why are people leaving this game? Why are people quitting? And then you just frickin' crap all over everybody. Tell them how wrong they are. Tell them how stupid they are. Tell them that they shouldn't believe things that they want. Tell them that dogs are better than cats. That's right. It doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't make any sense, and people are just big and dumb and criticize everybody. I know, I want to see their PvP videos, Ringo. They're super awesome PvP videos. And upload all of them. Don't just upload the one or two where you did semi-decent. Do what I did. If you're going to talk shit, I want to see you upload 300 freaking PvP videos of you doing awesome. Where you never die, where you never make a mistake, where your ass doesn't get farmed into oblivion. Upload freaking 300 videos and talk. Because I only know, so far, only one other person that's done it. So, and there's no way I would talk shit to that guy. There's no way, Ringo. There's no way, because he talks the talk and walks the walk. And I got mad respect for that guy. No, you're the one that's upside down. I'm not upside down. I just look upside down, but you're upside down. And you have no attention span either. Okay, come here, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. You have good attention span. You're a good boy. You're a good boy, yes you are. You're a good kitty. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna start banning people from the channel every time they tell me that I don't have the right to talk about how much pub stomping is stupid, ridiculous, and destroying the community. Because I swear, I bring it up all the time. I probably get about 2 people per night telling me that I can't bitch about it. That I'm wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong for feeling something. Your feelings are inaccurate. Oh boy. Where did you, where did you take your psychology classes at? Where did you who taught you psychology? What's your bachelor's? Where did you get your master's, and where's your doctorates at? Where you even know how the hell to talk about this stuff, let alone what to talk about, just because you fight with your mom and dad that you still live with. You can argue with them every once in a while, so you think you can tell me that I can't bitch about Infamous pub stomping the shit out of people like they do every single night, game after game after game. Meanwhile, the other guilds that are just as geared as them are actually playing sustainably and being an actual part of the community. And are an absolute blast to play with, and are not a bunch of freaking bastards. I was even talking to Quorum last night, who I've never talked to Quorum before. I was talking to their GM and one of their guild members. Some of the nicest freaking people I've ever talked to. So, you know, I talk to Grim every freaking night. Infamous doesn't have to act that way. And they're not the only one. There's other ones. I just don't recognize them all. I don't have it out for Infamous. I don't chase them out. Oh! Hello, Ringo. I don't chase them around and grief them and talk shit. I just leave them alone. You know, I just want to play the damn game. I just want to record my unranked videos, make friends, find like-minded people, and play the game. You don't have to comment. If you disagree with me, you don't have to comment. You're not gonna change my mind. And I'm not gonna change your mind. I'm not trying to. I don't care. I'm just commenting and doing commentary and playing with my cats and trying not to have my soda knocked over by them and try not to get bit and scratched and clawed up while my cat's doing body slamming my soda cans around the place and putting his friggin' no. Ugh. But this is what I'm gonna have to deal with. And this is what the rest of you are gonna have to deal with. You have to deal with these freaking idiots who defend other people's shitty behavior. I don't run around shitting on people. I don't play to be a douchebag in arenas when it's unbalanced. I stand back and I record. You see all my arena videos. Not all the arena videos go up there because every once in a while there's just an exceptionally bad arena where we just get killed in 2 seconds. Or where we don't even have enough players. But even some of those I put up, like there was one where the other team only got like 1 member and they left, I think. And it just drawed out twice. I think I even uploaded that one. So, but if we get like really stomped on, like we were getting farmed in arena last night, and one of my group members asked me to not upload it, and I understood and I respected that, because the same things happened to me. There was something was going on, and he was getting singled out and griefed by this group. I wasn't gonna upload it. I'm not gonna support bad behavior. But at the same time, if I'm getting friggin' farmed by Infamous over and over again, I'm not gonna not upload those. I'm gonna upload them because that's what the game's really like. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be a perfect utopian society either. But we're a freaking community. We're supposed to be acting like a community. We need each other to queue in the first place, or we can't even play. So why would you shit on the people that you need to start the game and then tell them that they should not feel bad over just getting shit on? That's freaking, that mentality is ridiculous. And then all their buddies come in to the channel. No, you shouldn't feel bad, or you just shouldn't do that. That's like if you're driving on the freeway and somebody freaking hits you and gets out and tells you that you should have got out of the way when you're just driving in your lane. And I'll end this with a little story. And this really happened. This was maybe a year and a half ago. I was I just got out of work and I was driving up to the freeway, and this kid in his like old freaking Charger or whatever the hell it was thought he was just gonna be Billy Badass hardcore tough shit, you know, the type, you know, his leather jacket and his short haircut, and thinks, you know, that he's just like King Badass. And I'm like sitting up at the light, and I hear his engine, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Looking in my rear view, and he does one of those moves. I don't know what the name of it is. He must have been going like 80 or something, and does the thing where he waits until the last second and slams on his brakes, and then skids all the way up to the back of my car. And I didn't even flinch. I just looked at him, just totally unimpressed. I just did not freaking care. I'm like, okay, yawn. Light turns green, flies around me, and just like always, the freeway is like a parking lot, literal parking lot. I didn't really think about it. I'm like, whatever, dude. He pulls around and just goes flying. I'm like, okay, well, at least he's gone on. I don't have to deal with him again. Freeway's a parking lot. He cuts off a truck driver, and the truck driver, those guys can't stop, you know. And I know I just said it was a parking lot, but they're all trying to like merge in or whatever, so everyone can get on the freeway, and cuts him off. Truck driver slams on his. He was just coasting, but just like slams on his brakes, and still like truck like lurches forward. He like honks. This kid gets out of his car, and he's going to fight this truck driver. I don't know if you guys know anything about truck drivers, but a fight is absolutely meaningless to them. Some of them potentially have fought maybe like 1,000 times in their life. Some of them maybe 2,000. I mean, they fight. That's what they do. And a lot of them carry. A lot of them carry. So I couldn't believe this because I'm stuck there too, because everybody's stuck there. The kid bum rushes the truck driver, and the truck driver goes to swing. He was going to take the kid's head off, and the kid slid to a halt, fell backwards, barely missed having his head taken off. and ran back in the car and got out of there as fast as he could. And the truck driver was like, got back in the car. Because here's the thing. After you fought 1,000 people, I don't know, maybe you've taken like martial arts class or whatever, or maybe you actually fight, you know, there's all different kinds of ways to fight legally without, actually getting charged for assault, legally. You know what I'm talking about. After you fought 10, 20, 50 people, you don't fear very much anymore. You really don't. And I've never seen somebody so piss scared as this stupid kid. I mean, he literally almost had his head taken off by this truck driver. The truck driver was out so fast. I've never seen anyone get out of a damn truck so fast in my life. And he was out. He was not gonna just sit in his truck. You gotta keep like a perimeter. I was like, oh my gosh, this kid almost got his head taken off. You don't screw with people. You don't pick fights. Don't pick fights. I know it's just the internet, and I know it's anonymous and all that, but here's the thing. I've argued with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Arguing with you, people who keep thinking you can just tell me I'm wrong about how I feel or whatever. This is a joke. You guys are a joke. I freaking argue with people for a living. It's my job every day to argue with people. I'm not going to tell you what I do. It's none of your damn business. But argue with people every day. This has been my job forever. As long as I can remember. Critical thinking, emotional intelligence. You name it. I'm not afraid of your stupid, petty arguing, telling me how wrong I am. I thought, maybe I'll just stop doing the channel. I mean, who cares if everybody's just gonna tell me I'm wrong all the time? Why should I make something that everyone tells me I'm wrong about? I'm like, you know what? Because the other 90+% of the people keep watching the channel and they're not saying anything. And I can tell how long you guys have been watching it too. So I know you sit through all the videos. And I appreciate it. And the rest of you enjoy it. And you don't have to say anything. I've said that in past videos. I don't need you guys to come out and say that you like it. I don't need you to hop out of your proverbial trucks and defend me. Because I'm fine. I don't care. I think from now on I'm just going to start banning everybody from the channel that does it. I don't have to deal with it anymore. Sooner or later I'll weed them all out. Because here's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all the same person or the same couple people. And if they're not, so what? So what? I ban all of the not like-minded people. Because here's the thing. I'm not making the channel for them anyway. I never was. And I'm not trying to cater to them. I don't even care about them. Either they're going to be a part of the community or they're not. Either they're going to abuse the community or they're going to support the community. That's it. As simple as that. I don't care what they think. It's a fallacy if they actually believe that I care or something. Because I'm just responding to be polite. Don't mistake politeness and kindness with giving a flying crap about all of you that think that I can't think whatever I want. I'm a free thinking person and you're not. You're repeating a line I even told somebody that. I'm like, dude, you're just freaking copying and pasting this from the last 8 people that have said this to me, which are all just copying and pasting it from the PvP forum. So I've read it 1,000 times. That's why I don't go to the PvP forum anymore. All I do is tell everybody how wrong they are, based on little micro situational contextual circumstances that nobody cares about but them. And if it wasn't TOR, they'd be off in the StarCraft 2 forum telling everybody how wrong they are. They'd be off in the WoW forum telling everybody how wrong they are. You're all wrong. Oh, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it. Blah, blah, blah. It's just, that's all they can do. They just go from forum to forum telling everybody how damn wrong they are about everything. Because they don't know how to have an actual conversation. And it's really pathetic. And so you're going to be dealing with a lot of those people. A lot of those, you're going to be, and this is what I was talking about last night before I went to bed. You're going to have to deal with them at work. You're going to have to deal with them potentially at home, unfortunately. You're going to have to deal with them at school if, unfortunately, you still have to go to school if you're not done with that yet. You have to deal with them out on the streets. You got to deal with them at the grocery store. Everywhere. There's people walking around correcting everybody. Because that's all they can do. They don't know how to have an actual functional discussion. They can't take criticism worth a damn. That's the other funny thing. Can't ever tell them how wrong they are. They freak out. They freak out. What? Have you never dealt with a Jedi before? they just can't friggin' believe it. It's sad. I feel sorry for them. But I think I'm just gonna start banning them all. And see how long it takes. See how long it takes before it stops. see how long before I don't have to hear about it anymore. They're not pub stomping. There's only 2 of them. They weren't farming you at your spawn point. They were farming you at the node, even though they weren't at the node, and chased me all the way back to the start point. And then you were running back to the start point. That's why you were always dying. You know what? In another video, you said it was good that they were keeping everyone away from the node. So which is it? None of that. None of your so-called logic changes what I think or feel. I'm sorry that you can't think critically and complicated enough to understand what I'm saying. And for the rest of you who do understand what I'm saying, or maybe you're working on your homework, or maybe you're working on your comic, or I used to say that because I used to talk to a lot of people that worked on webcomics. Maybe you're writing a book, maybe you're playing a game and just listening to me. Don't worry about these stupid people. They're nothing. They're absolutely nothing. They have no substance. They have no substance. So all they can do is tell everybody else how wrong they are. Just go, well, what should I have done? And then they can't answer you because they have no idea. It's all just backwards ass theory that they have no experience in whatsoever. So you gotta get trained. You gotta get aware. Surround yourself with like-minded people. And decide that you're not gonna deal with it. Become independently strong so you can defend the people around you, get them all independently strong, you group together. It's the same for PvP, it's the same for real life. You try to find like-minded individuals as absolutely fast as you can. Find people that you can trust. They don't have to be strong, they just have to be trustworthy. You can work on the strength later. First and foremost, you have to be able to agree with people. That doesn't mean changing what you believe, unless you want to. That means having conviction. That means not bending just because it's whatever's popular at the time. Be yourself. Don't let people change who you are. Guess that's it. Guess I'll leave with this. It's better to... it's better to... I'm gonna mess up this thing. I always mess up this thing, but... it's better to be quiet and keep people wondering if you're an idiot or not than to open your mouth and prove it. I guess. It sort of fits. I just think about that all the time whenever people open their mouths and just say the most uneducated, stupid crap. I just go, wow. And they get that little checkbox. And I just never, ever deal with them again. You can still have a working relationship with them, but you never forget in the back of your mind that they lack enough critical thinking to actually do more than like just very rudimentary, simple tasks. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this off. And thanks for watching. And I hope you guys like these. And if you don't like them, then I mean seriously, just don't watch them. If you don't like them, I mean that's all there is. Don't bother commenting. If you're gonna say things like how wrong I am. Unless you're gonna put up your own hour-long video with actual counterpoints backed up with just education and stuff, don't even bother. I'm tired of wasting time and energy repeating myself after I already explained it with facts and videos showing you flat out. I'm tired of repeating myself, so I'm just gonna be banning everybody that just logs in solely to argue with me. Why don't you go argue with each other? I know your own frickin' community can't frickin' agree on anything. Why don't you go argue with them? Can't even call yourself a group of like-minded individuals because the only thing you have in common is basically your hate for everything. So why don't you go back to that? Festering shithole. Leave the rest of us alone. I'm just trying to be left alone, that's all it is. It shouldn't be too freaking much to ask. You're afraid of free-thinking people so bad you gotta freaking track them everywhere and shit all over them. Anyway, I enjoy doing these. This is a lot of fun. I might not have one every day, but I like doing them. I like doing these. So, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go see about getting some PvP on. I'm gonna start mids tonight. I got a list, and I'm gonna track all of you down that said you wanted to play, and we're gonna hopefully play some mids. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye. Oh, wait, Lancer's gotta say bye. Wah-wah. Bye-bye. Take care. Get trained. Be aware.